Well, howdy y'all and welcome to 3 for Friday. Oh, is it Friday? No, what day is it? Sunday. It's number 106 though, I can tell you that. And I'm Bunny Barnes. And I can tell you it's New Year's Eve. That coming into the room music was the traditional old Scottish version of Auld Lang Syne. The text was a Scots language poem written by Robert Burns, good old Bobby Burns, in 1788. I'll tell you more about that later. But the melody can be traced back to the 1700s and can still be heard in many isolated Scottish communities today. I first heard it sung by my good friend Andrew Clark up in Canada. He's a Brit. On one of his Sunday live streams, go catch Andrew. He usually does a live stream on Sunday. So maybe he'll be on tonight. I hope he's coming today. So, first person in the room, Scott Peck. Haven't seen you for a while. Happy New Year, almost New Year. And Dave Nardi, thank you for joining me today. Yeah, it's been a long time, Scott. Hey, Jan Anderson, you've been with me since the very start. Thank you so much. Fabulous photography of Jan Anderson. If you need a good photographer, she's the one. And Bob McKenna's here. Good to see you. And Team Bunny, yep, the team's on the other side. And Dave Mason from across the pond. Thank you for joining us. Yes, it was a lovely Christmas. And hopefully a better New Year. And Rhonda Scott Merrick checking in, visiting Sandy. Hopefully some of the tunes, if you play some of the tunes for her, the memories will help. I know I've played for memory care units before. And people who never said a word started singing all the words along with me. So, who else are we missing here? Carol Pred! Happy New Year! Welcome! Thanks for coming on by. And Ken Nashif has joined us. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to see you all today. So, the first tune I want to do, Rhonda Scott Merrick requested last week, and I didn't do it. It evokes the sights and sounds of the Christmas season. It talks of happy people bustling beneath Christmas lights on a sidewalk and hearing the sounds of ringing bells. It's a Christmas classic written by Jay Livingston and Ray Evans for the 1961 Bob Hope movie, The Lemon Drop Kid. I never saw that. I need to go watch it. Rhonda sent me a little clip of the song. There's a verse, a seldom heard verse that I've never played, and I still haven't learned it, Rhonda, but maybe next year. Oh, we got Mike Verbick joining. Hey, how you doing? And Toby Simmons, my co-host from the West. Thanks for joining, guys. I so appreciate it. Yeah, Bob Hope sings it with Marilyn Maxwell in the movie. And the next year, Bing Crosby and Carol Richards recorded their own version. The original name of the song was Tinkle Bell. But when he wrote that, when he played it for his wife, she told him that he couldn't use that name because it conjured up bathroom connotations. So he rewrote some of the lyrics and came up with this. I hope you enjoy Silver Bells. Silver Bells. Thanks, honey. He's here. The game's over. The game's over, and probably the Eagles season with it. Oh dear. Clank you all. Happy New Year. Let me see who we missed here. I think Dave McDonald came in from across the pond. Thank you so much. It's a long way to come, you and Dave Mason. Chilly weather on the West Coast. Pretty chilly here, and very dreary day. Hey, Lauren Payne. Thanks for coming over. Yeah, 2024 knocking on the door. Good phrase. Really, Carol, that's amazing. Fanny Bryce, wow. You know, on the Chapman stick, Ken, that's interesting. You know, the California Guitar Trio has a Chapman stick with them this time. So I'm looking forward to that. Harold Leyes, thanks for coming up from Florida. Hope it's sunny down there. That's really nice, I'm sure. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, so, wow, I'd like to see it. I bet you're going to hear more of all these songs by the end of today. So the next tune I want to do for you is a poem by the English poet Christina Rossetti. It was published under the title A Christmas Carol, January 1872. In 1906, Gustav Holst, an English composer, set her words to music in the English hymnal. Many choir masters around the world named it as the best Christmas carol. It actually describes the physical circumstances around the life of Christ. 12 days of Christmas, so we can still be doing Christmas carols. Harold Darke, it's D-A-R-K-E, so I don't know if it's Dark or Darky or Darke. I don't know. Maybe somebody can find that out for me. He did another transcription in 1909, and each verse is treated slightly differently. It's his version that is favored by the cathedral choirs, and more often heard performed on radio broadcasts. Darke even served as a conductor of the King's College Choir during World War II. I think it's one of the most beautiful Christmas carols ever. Here's my arrangement of In the Bleak Midwinter. in the bleak midwinter. Wow. Thank you. Thanks, honey. Missed some people coming in here. Michael McRae from Nashville. Aw, thanks for joining me, brother. I so appreciate it. Good to see you. I love your new tunes that you did online. And Stevie Coyle, ahoy! I missed your show last week. I was just all messed up with this Friday and New Year's, and everything was really crazy this week. Thanks for joining. Happy New Year. Dave Irwin. Watch some from the hot... No way. Oh my gosh. Helen, send some good vibes out to Helen. Oh my gosh, I'll put a crimp in her plan. Oh, I'm so sorry, David. Wow. Maybe they can cast it like this so that her fingers are free to do picking. I know somebody they did that with. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Send some good vibes out to David Irwin and Helen Avakian. Oh my gosh. Hey Joni, I hope Ryan is with you. Good to see you here. Happy New Year. You're in Pennsylvania, I think. You're probably the closest one to me. No, maybe Jan. I don't know if you're closer to me than Jan. Susie Eidelberg Settinger. Thank you. It's so beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate that very much for coming and for the comments. I'd like to hear yours, David. I'll have to go back and find it. Hey, Sue Magler Boss. Thanks for coming. Good to see you here. Hope to see you at some live gigs, too. And Brian Totten. Excellent. Hey, John Montanez. Out in that West Coast. Brian, where are you? Let me know. I don't remember. Good to see you here. Thank you, Bob McKenna. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lauren. I so appreciate it. Happy New Year, honey.
Happy New Year.
Wow. Well, thanks so much. So around this time was when I was going to play Fly, Eagles, Fly. But in good conscience, I cannot. They just lost to the Cardinals in the last 2 minutes. So, congratulations, Arizona. Yay. Eagles are still in it by some miraculous, I don't know. Anyway, they probably shouldn't be. I want to encourage you to share this, please. It'll be on replay on your news feed as well. And I promise to check your comments later. Thanks to Toby Simmons for coming in on the West Coast and giving me some new fans. Hi to my invisible friends, Kitsari Kaku, Bob Salzberg, Craig Petron, Daryl Anderson, Joe Biget, Andrea Tim aus Österreich. And anybody else, if I'm not seeing your name, that it could be, yay, Arizona, there you go, Susie. It could be that you're invisible to Ecamm, and I can't see you on my platform. So, let me know if you're watching this live, and I'll put you in the invisible list. We had Helen and David were on last Thursday, and then David Falcone was on Friday, and Warren Bendler did his on Saturday. These are all shared on my news feed. Raleigh Brown was on this morning with his all request show, and I believe Meredith Axelrod and Craig Ventresco are going to do a live stream tonight at 11:15. That should be fabulous. That's Eastern time. If you're out west, it's 8:15. Check into Meredith Axelrod and Craig Ventresco. They're fabulous. I'm sure they'll put on a great New Year's Eve show. We never know about Lawrence. Lawrence could show up tomorrow, Monday at 4:30. We don't know. Toby, have you heard anything? I never know with him. But I'm sure that Muriel Anderson will come on Monday live at 7. I want to say Happy New Year to all the folks who've played my tunes online. Carl Brownfield, Jan Alba, and Rusty Crowell, Rusty and Jan, Terry O'Hara, Laura Hall, Ginger Hopper, Mitzi Quinn, Mark Richardson, Rick Polari, and Jason Baker. Anybody who's playing my tunes on the radio, thank you so much, and I appreciate it. I will not be here next week. I will be playing at Braze. If you're in this area, Braze from 5:30 to 8:30. It's a BYOB. The cooking of Chef Scott Carpenter is fabulous. He always sends me home with a meal, so that's how I know. And I will be back on the 12th. I don't have any gigs the following Friday, so I'll be back then. And then Saturday I'll be at the New Hope. On the 6th, I'll be at the New Hope Winery from 1 to 4. There's great food by Chef Larry, and they have a full bar with fabulous wines. And don't forget, if you have not yet gotten your live stream link for the California Guitar Trio, I am opening for the California Guitar Trio on January 18th at Sellersville Theater. Joni and Brian, come on in. It's going to be a great show. Hey, Jim Dooley, Kathy P, Kathleen Peachy, Terry Linder. Oh, gosh. You guys are great. Thanks for coming in. Nice to see you. Hey, Michelle Whiteman. Happy New Year to you, too. Great to see you guys come into the room. So, again, Sellersville Theater, if you're local, January 18th, I'm opening for the California Guitar Trio. And if you're not local, there is a live stream link that you can buy. Go to ST94, Sellersville Theater, ST94.com. And you can get a live stream link and watch the whole thing from the comfort of your home, like everybody's been doing for the past 3 years. Look out for COVID. It's back again. If you go to the link here, it'll take you right to my CD. It's an old CD now. It's a year old at least. Almost 2 years now. And you can also download from Bandcamp through that link as well, or you can go to bunnybarnes.com and you can see all my appearances if you're local. You can see where I'm playing and what the times are. If you want to know about Sellersville Theater, you can go there as well. It's all posted on my webpage. And if you're feeling extra generous today, PayPal or Venmo, it's never expected, but always appreciated. So last night, I was lucky enough to go with my friend Arlene to the Walnut Street Theater in Philadelphia. And it prompted me, like an hour ago, I thought, I should do this next tune. It was composed in 1990 by Alan Menken, with lyrics by Howard Ashman for a Disney animated film in 1991. It was recorded by British-American actress Angela Lansbury in her role as the voice of Mrs. Potts. It describes a relationship between the two main characters. It was also recorded as a pop duet by Celine Dion, hope she'll recover, and Peabo Bryson, and released as a radio single to promote the film and reached number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Both versions of the song were extremely successful and won both a Golden Globe and Academy Award for Best Original Song. It also won 2 Grammy Awards. In 2004, the American Film Institute ranked at number 62 on their list of greatest songs in American film history. In 2017, a live adaptation was sung. They sung it by Emma Thompson and Ariana Grande and John Legend during the film credits. Andrew Clark made it. Andrew, I opened this show with the Old Lang Syne I heard you play. Good to see you here. So this one, actually, as I said, I saw the show last night. What fabulous dancing and singing, and the cast, and yeah, Carol. Yep, Robert. Hey, Robert Marcello. You got it. It's Beauty and the Beast. What a fabulous production. If you get a chance to see it, it's on the road now. And it's just such a beautiful tune. And this production was really outstanding. Beauty and the Beast. Thanks, honey. I think I missed some people coming in the room. Hey, Diane Fisher. Thanks for joining. And Sharon March. Yep, my new friend. So glad Raleigh pointed you in my direction. I hope so, Joni. I'm sorry to hear that. Keep you in my prayers. Thank you, guys. A little shabby in my mind, but hey. So, thank you, Terry Linder. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. So, as I said in the introduction, Auld Lang Syne has more than one melody, and I'm sure you'll be hearing this endlessly today if you listen to more live streams. It's often sung to bid farewell to the old at the stroke of midnight, but it's also often heard at funerals and graduations. The beginning of things. The poem was written by Bobby Burns and translated into standard English as Old Long Since, literally long, long ago, days gone by, old times. And the first line of the song loosely translates to, for the sake of old times. The phrase Auld Lang Syne is equivalent to once upon a time in retelling fairy tales of the old Scots language. Burns stated that some of the lyrics were collected rather than written by him, using the phrase as far back as the 1600s. And the first verse considered to be the same as one written in 1711 by James Watson. However, the melody was probably originally a sprightly dance. I can't hear that in Auld Lang Syne. Burns found the original melody to be, as he said, mediocre, and more common melody, more popular in 1799, in a volume of George Thomson's Select Songs of Scotland. So I hope I can get through this. It seems I'm pretty shaky today, but I'll do my best. I dressed up and doing my best, as Tommy says. Here you go, Auld Lang Syne. Old Lang Syne.
Happy
Thanks,
New
honey.
Year.
He's saying Happy New Year.
New Year.
So, I think I missed some things in here, but, hey, Mark Matthews, thanks for coming in. And Ian, hey, sis. Hey, Mike Alford. Good to see you guys. It's a bittersweet year for me. It was 1 year that I was today, a year ago, that I was diagnosed with my tumor. So in January, I wasn't speaking. And if you go back a bit, it was 17 years ago that I was diagnosed with my first vocal cord cancer. And thank God I've let the guitar be my voice, because it certainly heals my soul. And I can only hope for good health and prosperity and peace for all of you in the new year. They say 24 and more. Let's hope for good health for all of you. COVID is on the rise again. And I want to wish you all, I want to thank you all. Some of you have been with me since the beginning. Jan and Ann and Joni. I don't even know what to say, Toby. But I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for all of you who have joined me and stayed with me, and for my new fans as well. And taking me into the new year. It means so much to me. This is 106. And next year I'll be up to 107. Amen, Lauren. So here's hoping for new health, good health in the new year. And I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope to see you in the new year as well. Love you all. Happy New Year.